How's everybody?
I'm good.
You know what's so nice is
I,
I'm
I,
seeing all the familiar names here. How's everybody?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Hi, Gonzalo.
Hey,
Elena, I
hi
see
Rory, hi
Elena
Philippe,
here. Hi,
hi Rory,
Elena
Hey,
Elena.
from
John, how you
London.
doing there, mate? Sharon, the whole team, Danny, fantastic. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, before we kick off, I was just thinking now, I couldn't help but smiling because we've been so busy. Well, what the guys don't know, we've been had a very busy day, productive day that was, from our meetings and everything that's happening right now. And I'm really smiling because everything is starting to come together so nicely now. Felipe, Gonzalo, you've been doing such crazy, amazing work there. All the little technical bits, all the bits and pieces we're getting through, the new compensation plan. Actually, I'm so excited I can't even talk properly. So
Say it 5 times really quickly.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, and now starting to see the impact of that and seeing what we're doing and having a chat with Tony on the IT. And we got feedback from Ilana, Mari, everything is now coming into place now. And it's just so amazing to see. And if we go back one or two steps from where we were to where we are now, if we continue with the same velocity, we have got something really, really amazing. And what's so nice is seeing people like Teledoom. We got all the people joining. We've got people understanding it now and really supporting us, as it comes through. Because you know what? It works. The health app works, and people are seeing the benefits, Philippe, and that's really amazing to see. The 10,000 challenge
Absolutely.
group, we've got over, I think we're close on 100 people, if not more, that are doing the monthly challenges. People are getting out there, families are talking. It's really amazing, amazing. But you know what? I'm going to keep quiet. I'm going to,
Rory, one sign, sorry, just to interrupt, but
yeah.
exactly what you said. One sign that the community is growing and we have a momentum is that usually we had between 30, 40 qualified members to the lucky draw. And this month we have a surge of 84 members who accomplished the perfect goal. So it shows how quick things are going.
Absolutely. And what I'm seeing in the back office, I see Sharon's messages, photographs, people walking, sharing things from snow to from all over the country and for all over the world as people now start to put a bit of priority on themselves, their family, and their health. So, first of all, just congratulations to everybody that made it to the Zoom meeting, but congratulations to everybody that are maintaining and walking and now more conscious about their health. So congratulations to everybody there. All right. Should we maybe kick
Great.
off? Should we maybe kick off?
Yeah,
And yeah, I'm going to just open up the slide. I hope it's come up. Did it come up there for you, Gonzalo?
Yeah, perfect.
All right,
Excellent.
fantastic. Over to you about our
All
Sunday
right.
message.
Yeah. So hi everybody. I hope everybody's having a great week, a great start to the week. And I just wanted to talk to you guys again about the Sunday with Step Club. As you know, it's a little think piece that we put together on Sundays just to make you think a little bit on a Sunday morning with your coffee or whatever your drink of preference is. Hopefully, it's not whiskey or something like that. But anyways, Sunday morning, it's just to get you thinking. It's not going to take too long. It's going to be 30-second read some weeks. It might be a couple sentences. It could be a couple paragraphs. It could be a minute, maybe maximum 2-minute read every single week. And it's really just to stimulate some thinking about what are the thought processes of what's happening around us in the world with Step Club, with whatever topic that might be something that might be relevant for us. This last week, which was relevant for me, we started talking. We talked a little bit about almost. If you see the quote, almost everything will work again if you unplug it for a few minutes, including you. So there was an anecdote in the Step Club piece. I won't spoil it because it's really exciting. You should read it. But anyways, it's just something that happened to me recently, and I bet you, if I were to ask the community or everybody who's on board right now, if I were to ask you, how many times have you been asked to unplug something or shut it off and start it back on? I am sure we're all old enough now that we've been told at least a dozen times in our lifetimes, whether it's been from different tech people or what have you. I bet you if I were to ask for a show of hands for people who have not, it'd be easier to count, a lot easier to count. So the piece is just to make us think a little bit about that works well for digital appliances and digital products and the things that we use on a daily basis. But it also works for us. And it's something for us to think about that just as with the technical and for the tech piece of equipment that we use all the time, sometimes unplugging something or shutting it off and shutting it back on is not because there's something wrong with the app, but it's not communicating with the apps around it like it should. It happens with me with Zoom sometimes. For whatever reason, there's a disconnect and I have to shut off my computer and put it back on. We're like that too. Sometimes unplugging is not just because we need to unplug, which is true, we do need to, but it's just a way to sort of reconnect to our environment around us. The stresses, the demands of everyday life. It's just good to go for a walk. And there's something about the StepChain app that has really helped me. I hope that's really helped you guys, is that it's just a reminder to get up every day and do something, whether it's 10,000 steps or 5,000 steps or whatever it is that you're doing. I hope it acts like a reminder for all of you to just get up, do something. You guys should all know by now that staying in front of your computer all day long is not healthy. It's not a good thing. Just move up, move around, do something. And we have a great product here that we make people do it. So well, we don't make them do it. We motivate you to do it. So I hope that it's something that is the takeaway from Sunday's message. Please open up your Sunday messages, interact with it, interact with me, send me messages. I'll make sure to pass that along when relevant to the rest of the community. If you're using Gmail, I said it last week, check all the files, all the folders, sorry. Gmail does a very particular thing. For whatever reason, it starts to divide it into different sections, whether it be your inbox, promotions, social, updates is another folder that they use. Look into that because some people say, hey, I didn't get it in my inbox. It's in one of those other folders, most probably. You have to be an active member to receive it as well. So I hope that you're all enjoying it as much as we love writing them. Rory, that's it for today's Step Club with Sunday with Step Club.
Well, from our side, you touch on such an important point, and it's like getting into something. But like even now, if I look on my app, and I don't know if my video is on, I had a look today because we've had such a busy day. And you say talk about a reminder and unplugging. I mean, okay, we updating, so people must know we're updating as we get glitches. We're working through everything. But I've done 4,926 steps because I walked and I went to go and get a cup of coffee, so I added some more steps. But I still have to go out tonight and go and do my walk because last month I missed being on this prize draw by 60 steps the one night because I left it too late. I got too busy behind my computer. So I had walked, I think it was March, I had walked 30 out of 31. And no, sorry, April. I'd missed one day by 60 steps. So from my side, yes, I got my multipliers, I got everything, but I didn't get up onto the leaderboard. And it was 60 steps on one night that I just pushed. So I'm a lot more conscious about getting up, having a look at it. So talk about unplugging. I use that time now when I walk, even if I've got my headlamp on, I just turn, that's my time out, to breathe the air, smell everything, see everything, and to take my little time out, unplugging from the world and all the communication for a bit and just getting out there and enjoying myself and chatting with a lot of people. We all experiencing things very similar. And I love seeing the family walking together. I saw a video there with Alan and his partner, and they were out as a family and getting out and walking and just breathing life again, just getting it back into ourselves. And I think it's fantastic and it's a good habit to get into. So from our side, I think it certainly works and the results speak for itself as well. Healthier bodies, weight control, but also just great relationships and friends that we are making at the moment as well. So over here, we got the team. We got Philippe, we got Darren, Gonzalo, Alex, everybody knows Alex, Tony, been dealing, and again, we had a great session. Deborah, Maria, and Eliana, really great in the help and the support. People are learning now, starting to see things, even resetting the goals. It has been a little bit busy today with lots of messaging, but I think it's important that people have the information. So, Philippe, one of the big things for me about joining this project is obviously my health, because I've pushed very hard in certain areas for a long time. And it's actually my kids have said to me, Dad, you got to stop. We want, the words they used was, we want our children to have a grandfather, because I just work, work, work. So it kind of made me stop and realize that I need to change things a little bit. I've just turned 50 this year and I need to start pacing things. But what I really enjoy about working with this team is about the transparency and the history. People don't know that Atlas Group has been around for 30 years. Philippe, you guys have been around, you have successful projects, and that makes a big difference when you got all these different things happening in the marketplace. So maybe you would just want to, Philippe, maybe just a minute about the Atlas Group before we move on. I think it's very important that people realize that you're not, yes, this is a project, we're working together, we're getting healthy, we got the coin coming, we got so many good things coming. But Felipe, I think it's very important that people understand that the group has been in business for 30 years and has proven themselves. So maybe just a minute from you, Felipe, if you don't mind.
Yeah, we've been in the business of first it was the telecommunication, and then the internet, e-commerce, and we'll still have a different division in the group focusing on marketing, online marketing, and the social commerce. We develop app for big companies, and Step is just the latest venture where we try to benefit from all the experience we are having in this different industry, and to make the best product on the market. The Step is not a new app. I would say the community version of app that we've been developing for telecom company like mobile operators like Orange, for example. We are partnered with Orange. I don't know if some of you knows about this brand, but it's a mobile operators in I think 70 countries. They use our apps to engage with their customer the same way we try to do with Step. So yeah, Rory, it's we're benefiting from the experience, and most of the team member that you see on the screen are with us for so a long time. Elena, she's here on the call. She's with us with for decades. Maria, same thing. Deborah, same thing. Gonzalo is one of the first employees of the group. So it's a family, but we would like to extend to a bigger community, and we are all family tonight.
Well, I think that no, so Felipe, thank you for that. And I think for me, this is really a big touch point, because as a community, if we part of your extended family and we build and doing this together, and we're doing it with transparency and honesty and with feedback, not many places can we give the feedback. And here you're saying, well, look, here we are. Let's feedback, let's change, let's work, let's make it what the community wants. We know what works in the commercial market, but what makes from the community. And you are gifting the community the opportunity to be healthy, to be connected, and also to make money. That's the other thing, get rewarded. And it's something exceptional. And this is really why I sort of 2 feet in on this project, because I've observed for a long time, and the credibility of yourself and your team speaks volumes. And and as we'll see later when we discuss, this is not something where people can lose their money as well. So it's very important. I think your health, if you don't focus on your health, it's going to cost you in the long run. And the sooner you start, the better. And we're built to walk. So this is walk, step, run, or move. Maybe a better word is to say we're built to move. So just at a glance, before we sort of get into the whole thing, StepClub is rewarding being healthy or moving or taking note. This is not an app where you have to be a super athlete, although super athletes are using the app. This is an app that's developed for all of us, everyday people, just to be more aware, more conscious about what is taking place in their lives. And for me, it certainly made me get off my bottom to go, when I have a busy day. So there's two sections to how this works. And we've sort of modified this. If you'll see in the yellow side, you got the website. Now, the website, call it the business or the members section, the login section. This is where we grow via referrals or by sharing, which is a common practice with all the top businesses. So this has been restructured just the same way as influencers share things, or the same way you get a free coffee from Starbucks. This is a referral where you benefit and the person that you join benefits as well. And that's a distinctive difference to what's been out there in the marketplace for quite some time. And it's very expensive to break into the market, and we'll go through the numbers a little bit later. But from a commercial point of view, Philippe and the team have said, right, we're going to give the lion's share to the community, because at the end of the day, it's a community project, and if they grow it, they deserve the lion's share of how it operates and of the rewards. And that's what really makes it very exciting. So on the website, you have the StepClub platform. And just to highlight, we'll go into the compensation a little bit detailed, but for direct sales or referrals, you get 25% now. We've updated it from the first. And then from a compensation plan on your second level, that means if I share directly with somebody, I can earn up to 15% on my second sharing. In other words, if I share with John and John shares it with Susie, the thinking there is that I'm going to help John help Susie. Therefore, my time must be compensated for me explaining the project and the app and helping John explain it to Susie. And if you grow the business or share the business, then you'll partake in a very, very special bonus level. Then on the left-hand side, you've got the app itself. Now, why the app? What is the point of the app? Well, the app is there for two parts. One, to measure the tracking of your movement. The other side is to put a specific feature which is for your mind wellness as well, which the company can track as well. So not only is it your physical fitness or your movement, should we say, but also that little unplugging that Gonzalo spoke about earlier, taking that 5-10 minutes where you play a mental game to rewire your brain so that you perform at a better level. Taking time out for yourself is so important. We've all had those days where we just start and it's like end of the day and you don't even know how the day went. And this is a whole point about getting our bodies and minds back into shape. And you've got the marketplace, you've got some very cool thing and cash prizes, which we're going to be doing right now today. And we'll be going through that as well. Some people are going to win some very good money. So from the website, this is what it looks like. You would be able to log in. You've got those icons at the top. You've got my feed, my account, my business, and support. If you only have 3 icons at the top, and that means that your account is not active, all right, because this is a membership platform. So your account would not be active. So just like you've got a gym membership, same kind of concept here. So look out for those icons. If you're only seeing 3, that means you're not active. You will still be able to open up a support ticket and submit a ticket. Anything relating to the business you're not sure about, we've introduced an AI, which is Steppy is taking a little bit break while we retraining Steppy. He's taking a 48-hour, or she, taking a 48-hour break. But we're uploading and we've learned so much in the last 2 to 3 weeks. We're taking a little bit of time out and then we're coming back and we've refining and refining. So the point of what that is to help the support process and also help share the app with other people that might have lots of questions. So the app itself, you download it on the store, you've got the Google Store and you've got the Apple Store, and you will then, it looks like this when you log in. I'm sure most of you people that are here are familiar with it, but every week we find little nuggets of new little features or things. And the one thing I shared today was how to set your goals. Normally when you start and you build the app, it will ask you what your goals are, whether it's 3, 6, or you want to custom fit it. But how do you change it afterwards? Well, we sent a video out on that today so people know where they can custom fit their personal plan, whether they're setting a goal from 3,000 to 10,000. Not everybody can do 10,000 steps. You're not, it's very tiring on the body, but you can build up to it. And that's the whole point. You set the tone, your health, put a price on your health. That is the most important thing. Now, if we had to say to somebody today, listen, I will give you $1 million tomorrow. Guaranteed, I'll give you $1 million tomorrow. But the only price is that you have to pass on your health. All of a sudden, then it's, what is the value of your life? Yet we so busy consuming other things that doesn't benefit our life. So here, with a little bit of a reapproach, you make money, you benefit your health, and you feel better, move better, and think better. And most of all, we're growing a community of friends. So for me, it's about fitting the community into our daily lives. And as a community, we motivate each other and we all get healthy together at our own pace. It's something exceptional. I don't know if you've been to gyms where, right, this month I'm going to do it. It's a new year. And right, you sign up to gym and you get a gym trainer. And then, oh my gosh, you're being grinded. And then life gets in the way. And then trying to get to gym is like 40 minutes. It's a 2 to 3 hour exercise. Here, you've got it in your pocket for less than $1 a day, that if you do the exercise, it pays you back and it rewards you even better. It doesn't cost you. So you're just making a commitment to yourself. And if you take that action and you motivate yourself, you actually get paid to exercise. You get rewarded yourself. What a crazy, awesome concept. And you don't have to drive 50 kilometers. You don't have to, you've got your own personal tracking here. And this is the building blocks for you to motivate yourself to the next level. If you want to go and do bigger things, this is all about getting the blood circulation, being fit, rewarding yourself to be more conscious of your life. And what I love about this is you can't lose money here. This is a membership. You can't come and now and say, okay, I'm going to put $10,000 into the project and make huge money. No, this is about investing in your health and sharing the opportunity where you can, if you are really appreciating this whole way that we're doing things, you will have an opportunity with the ICO, and we've got our own very coin launching, which is geared as the community grows, will grow in value. So let's have a look at this. You download the app. If depending on what program you choose, and especially now that we've got the buy two, get one free, the cost is nominal. You exercise, you share it out, you grow your community, you make new friends, you walk together. It's so nice to see that. And you've now got like-minded people and you've got the motivation. We've got a club, the 10,000 Club, as I was saying earlier. So nice to see people getting out there. So nice to see different parts of the world, making new friendships. This is not just about, how can I say, health. This is a whole way of learning from each other, growing from each other, setting our goals, and being a community together. And that's why I'm so excited, because I'm seeing and realizing all the benefit for around. Life is difficult sometimes. We have so much pressure on us, but invest in yourself a little bit. So what is the daily goal? Okay, because people say, well, we talk about this. So for you to be part of this competition or to reach a daily goal, there's 3 tasks that you need to do. One is you need to log into your app. And the reason for that is it's saying, right, I'm conscious, I'm realizing that I'm focusing on my health for 2 seconds. And also it ensures that your steps are logged correctly. 2, if you want to be part of the multiplier and the prize draw, you need to complete 10,000 steps or more. But if you're just starting, you build up to that. You don't have to do it. You earn from the very first step that you take. So if you do 3,000 steps or 1,000 steps, that's fine. You're still earning, you're still rewarding yourself, you're building yourself. The whole point of having the marketplace where you can change these rewards into a tangible goal And we've seen it. We have people winning iPhones. We have people, hey, I've got my headset here. I got these from walking. So you set a goal, you see something you want, and you work towards that goal. And that's great for family as well and kids. Kids want a new iPhone or they want a new phone. You can do that. And they must just, they're just stay active. And a lot of kids are active, but there are kids that are not active. What about getting them off the couch and motivating them and realizing that there's value behind exercising and getting a reward? So you've got to log into the app, do 10,000 steps or more, and complete one mind game. That's it. That would be logged as a daily goal. And I highlighted, what does that mean? I need to do 10,000 steps to get points? No, you get from the very first step. And if you're playing a mind game, you don't have to play both. You can choose one or the other, and you immediately get the 230 points. And we've been improving on things. We had the Tetris game where you were playing to a higher level, and then people didn't know that the game they had already ranked because of the 10 lines that you could play. They were reduced it down to 5. Now it comes up with a screen, and you have to sort of exit to say, well, you've achieved your daily goal. Now people are saying, hang on a second, I actually want to play the game more. I don't just want to do my 5 rows. I actually want to spend playing it. So we're chatting with Tony and trying to work a way to say, so these frustrations that you're seeing is because we're getting the feedback from the community to make it even better. So if it pops up and says you've done your 5, we want to be able to continue to play the game. So these are all things that we're doing to enhance the way we do things. So if you want to see here, you'll see there was my April, and I've put April over there because you can see March I did 30 days. There were 31, and I had 30 daily goals. So I missed out on one day there. I think it was 2,500 steps. I couldn't finish. I had worked very late. And then last month, I had 29 days and 29 daily goals. So where do you click on it? How do you find this? You click on your activity, you click on these tabs, you've got your today, you've got your history, and you can scroll up and down. It will tell you what your recorded steps were for each day for that month, and then you get your insights. So for this month, you would need 30 days and 30 daily goals. Now, the challenge that we've had and why there's been so much back and forth is some people set their daily goals to 3,000 or 6,000. So we showed that you had a daily goal of 3,000 or 6,000, but remember, to qualify, you need the 10,000 steps or more. So you've achieved your daily goals, but you haven't achieved the 10,000 steps to be in the prize draw. So please keep in mind, because this app can customize what your personal goals are, you know, right? Okay, I've done my daily goals. I did my 6,000 steps. I'm happy with that because I'm building up to where I need to go. But if you want to be in the competition and you want to be in the $100 prize draw, you motivate, you're rewarding yourself, you're building yourself up to a point, and that's where the 10,000 steps comes in. So let's talk about the multipliers, right? The multipliers is essentially, this is a kind of a summary sheet of it. Here you are, and the company wants to reward you in 2 ways. One is by doing the daily goal activity of 10,000 steps or more and playing a mind game on the same day. But it also wants to reward you for sharing the app, just like a marketing fee. Any company has a marketing and promotions and a sales budget set aside. It's nothing different. You are being rewarded for the marketing, promoting, and the sales portion of the budget. And this is how you get rewarded for it. So if you refer one person and you achieve 18 daily goal steps, you then get 1.5 times your step goal. So that means if you walked 10,000 steps, you will now get 15,000 step points because if you walk 10,000 step points for the month, you will now get 15,000 step points. If you've walked 20,000, you will now get awarded additional 50%, which makes it 30,000. Now, as you're sharing and growing and building the business, because we want a community of people that are healthy and reward those people, the next step up would be if you've referred 3 people. And that's what we call the Eagle multiplier. And this means you get 2.5 times your step points. But what do you need to do? You need to have 23 daily goals. You need 3 active referral partners. And that means, let's say that you did 50,000 steps for the month. I know you can't do 50,000. If you did 30,000 steps for the month, you would multiply that by 2.5, which would take you to roughly 75,000 points. And those step points have real value in the marketplace. You exchange them for phones and various different things. So it's a real tangible reward benefit. And for the Lion multiplier, the maximum, these are people, and you build yourself up to this. This is not from day one. If you can get there in your first month, great, you're exceptional. But this is something that you work towards as you build your health and build your friendships and grow. So to do the Lion multiplier, which is the max, you got 5 times your step points. So that means if you do 30,000, meaning 1,000 a day, because you get 230 from your game and then the balance from your steps, that means that you're getting 150,000 points added to you. And what you might not know, and maybe I'll share this with you, if you reach 500,000 points, the company gives you a bonus. When you reach 1,000,000 points, the company gives you a bonus. So it's a great incentive for you to build towards. So here you would have 28 goals, 5 referrals, and 5 step points. So there's a summary of the multiplier. It's the power of the multiplier. And maybe what we need to do, Philippe, is to share some of these slides. People have been asking me for PDFs, so maybe I'll share this now that we have kind of finalized the commission structure and it's launched on the 1st of May. I think it's maybe good that people can have some information on hand that they can share with people. But essentially, as I was going through it, dolphin multiplier, eagle multiplier, and lion multiplier. So you would go, instead of earning 30,000 points, by sharing it with one person, you get an additional roughly 15,000 points. And then here you would be able to get an additional 75,000 points, which is an additional 45,000. Is it right? Yeah, 45,000, and then 150,000 instead of the 30. So a great incentive to share and grow together. Going back on the revenue split, again, Philippe and the company have said this business works because of the community. So the maximum of the earnings goes to the community, and that's where the referral commission comes in. The company runs on a 30% revenue, and the rewards work out to 25%, and we've built the system that it can't break. And there's a couple of ways that we've done that. And these are the statistics. So every quarter we review the steps and we review the performance, but you've got people coming in, people like myself that didn't complete a day, and people that have only got one person or have just joined. So everything works out in the numbers. So with a new compensation plan, you now get 45%. And there's only, if you want to call it levels, there's only 2 levels. Your direct and your direct's direct. So in other words, your direct, I bring in John, that's my direct. I get 25%, and John brings in Susan, I get from up to 15% on that, on Susan. And that's paid in dollars, USDT, not tokens, real cash, 10th of every month. All the commissions are worked out from the 1st to the 10th. It's checked, and then you get paid in USDT. So this is really something that you can build up over a period of time. And I think it's really nice. You can build this up to $500, $1,000, $5,000, $10,000 as your community grows. And those accountability partners, we're starting soon where we have a business in the box concept of really understanding the numbers and how this works. So that's something, if you've got 3 or more and you want to be part of that, some people have just applied today, we will then work together with you, because I want to help you make this a success for yourself. Have a healthy life, great income working forward. We all do. Philippe, myself, and the other accountability partners, we want to work together to have a strong community. From a bonus level point of view, this is something really cool. Thank you, Philippe, and thank you, Gonzalo. Thank you, StepClub, Atlas Group. What they've done is they said, hang on a second. We want to reward those people that are really growing the business in the total company success. So let me say that again, not just your turnover, in the total company success. So if you're helping build this business or share this business or grow this business, and we've got some really big announcements coming soon, we're just trying to work on the dates and timelines, it's going to be much easier to share. But you share in the total company success. So if your members or your turnover each month is $1,000 or more, and if you think of a gym membership, etc., it's not that difficult to achieve if you really work yourself. You will share in the 5% bonus pool allocation, not of your business, of the total turnover of the business. So being a top performer in the sense of sharing this and focusing on this a little bit is going to be really awesome. And double bonus, that's going to be paid in the SEC tokens, which you will be able to stake, and it will be able to sell for cash on the market. And again, the way that the token has been developed will more people join, more people walk, the more people walk, the more people join, the value will just go up and up and up. So that is what we want to be able to do. So let's go through some examples. If you've gone into the back office, you will see maybe a name change where there was like bronze, silver, etc. So we've now just simplified it for now. We can change the naming conventions, but we have launched. So to become active to earn a 3% commission on your second line. So remember I said, this is me. I bring in John and John brings in somebody. I'm going to earn 3% on what John brings in. However, there's a benefit. We'll go through each slide and then we'll answer some questions. I don't need to have 5 people to get 25% of John. If I just have John, I get 25%, and John brings in somebody, I get 3% and 3%. If John brings in 6 people, then I still get the 3%. Okay? And there's a reason for that, because we want the community to help. So if we go back, think of this concept of a core. What is a core? A core is John and John having 2 people. And this is just how the mathematics works out to benefit. So John brings in a person. As soon as John has 2 people underneath them, then that becomes a core. And what you're striving for is for 5 cores to maximize your earnings on this program. So even if John brings in 3 people and you've helped this person bring in 1 person, you've only got 1 core, which is 2 people or more. So if John has got 3 people and you've only got, let's say this is Paul, who has 1 person, you're still earning 3% on that level. But look what happens when you help Paul bring in 1 person. Everybody on your second line, in other words, your directs, everybody, you go from 3% on everybody to 6%. So look at that again. You were 3% here. You help Paul share the opportunity with somebody else, and you spend time with him, because remember that is why you're being paid. You're being paid to assist people, help people, share the opportunity, answer some questions, and all of a sudden you're on 6%. Now imagine you've got many people sitting on that level. It starts adding up very quickly. So let's look at another scenario here to jump to a 4-star. This is you. You could have 1. So what you want is essentially 5 causes, what you're working with to try and maximize the plan. There's 1 person with 2, there's 1 person with 2, there's 1 person with 2, and 1 person with 2. Now you're earning, because you got 1, 2, 3, 4 cores, 4 times 3% is 12%. You're getting 12% on everybody. So just by helping and sharing, you all of a sudden up your earnings to everybody. And why are you getting paid for that? Because the busier this person gets, the more they're going to rely on you to help them. And we want to make sure that this person is properly looked after and helped as well. Yes, we got all the cool tools and the AI, and we got videos, but the maximum, what you're striving for to maximize your earnings, if you want to make good money on this, or grow a business on this, like the business in the box, this is what you're striving for. You kick off with 5 cores. This is going to maximize your earning. So your 5-star affiliate, you're getting the 25%, plus the 15%. Sorry, I left out the one here. You're going to get the 25% plus the 15%, and now you're on the maximum plan. So if this person adds one more person, you're getting 15. One more person, 15. If you got so this is the incentive for us to all work together and help each other. So hopefully that makes sense. But it's very exciting. And let's go back to the multiplier, right? If we go back to the multiplier, remember, if you have one person, you're on a dolphin multiplier. If you're on 3 people, you're on an eagle multiplier, right? Which gives your John Direct 2.5 times more step points. So what all of a sudden, from an earnings point of view, when you help John get one more person, not only are you earning more, but John is earning more because he's activated the multiplier, and it's an incentive for John now to try and get 5 people so he can be at the maximum multiplier. So hopefully that makes sense. I know it takes time when we change things, but I'm very excited to see this because I've run the numbers and it's very sustainable and it's very rewarding from a community point of view to work together. So you can share this as per normal. You would go into your back office. You've got your referral links. All businesses have them now. Even Hey Gen, all of them want you to refer the business because a sale is not lost marketing income. If you share this and somebody buys the product, it's a confirmed sale. And this is why the numbers have worked out. So picture you were spending millions and millions and millions on a TV ad, not knowing who's going to buy, or a billboard. That's brand awareness. But when it comes to sales, this is, you got a link, the person does the purchase, you were responsible for the person finding the product, therefore you get paid. So you can invite your partners, you can invite your friends, invite your families. Yeah, and maybe take a challenge and say to your friend, we've been talking about getting fit all the time. Where I'm staying at the moment, I've seen some people now starting to do the exercise, and I'm going to go to them and say, look, have you heard about this now? There was 2 guys doing it, now there's 4 guys. So great opportunity. And I've also seen Sharon out there, sharing, and she's got a team now of people that are walking every morning. So really, really great. You've also got a lot of people that are doing it anyway. You've got those park runs, those walks, etc. So a reminder that because people asked us, please extend the offer because they wanted to use their commissions or earnings, and they also wanted to wait to get their salaries for the end of the month. The company said, right, fine, we'll help everybody out. We'll extend it to the 15th of the month. So today is the 6th. So you've got 9 more days to get the buy 2, get 1 free, which is a phenomenal offer. Please go and do the numbers. It's a phenomenal offer. And remember, if you buy 2, get 1 free, you're going to be able to get up to that multiplier, which means you're earning a lot more if you're doing your walks and steps. So a really important one to have a look at. If you want to buy the vouchers, you would just go into my account, click on vouchers, and you can click on this button and buy directly with credit card, etc., etc. And if you're having issues, open up a ticket. But the vouchers are easy to use. When you get them, you should be getting instructions. If not, you just reply to the message and we'll be able to walk that through. So there's support, there's the ticket. And now we get to the monthly challenge. So I'm going to hand over to Gonzalo and everybody else. So let's see who's in the money.
Yeah, as I said, this month is a bit special. We have 3 times more qualifying members participating to the draw. So Gonzalo, this is your time. Show us the spinning wheel and the list of the qualified member. We have some.
Exactly.
We had to do some changes. So no worries. All the mistakes that we noticed with your help. Actually, that's why it's a community work. It's with your help we noticed some glitches, technical glitches, which has been corrected during the day. So the list of the qualifying member is the right one, corrected and double checked by the technical team.
Can I ask one thing? Felipe, before we do the spin and Gonzalo, something that's been on my mind as well. You know, there's 84 people that are entry winners here, but on the call, we've got 53. I think this is the last month. If you're not here for the presentation of the prize draw, or you don't have somebody representing you for a good reason, and you can't put your hand up to claim the prize, basically, I think we do another draw. That's what I think.
Yeah, I think so because it happened sometimes where we were just giving away this 100 USDT and the recipient was not there, not claiming, and we had to contact the person for him to claim his prize. I don't think this is right. I think it's better to give all the chances to the people who are really engaged and really contributing to the
Yeah.
success of the community. And I think the presence of the webinar is a part of it.
And it's also
And I appreciate we're almost 50 today. We were 53 now. We were
yeah.
so it shows that you want to participate, and I think it's more than fair that starting next month you're gonna have to be present to claim your prize.
Sure. Well, I've seen two comments saying, agree with you, Rory, agree. Can we just get the rest of the room to put comments in? If you're not present, you don't win the prize. Remember, that means it increases your chances. That's making all the effort to be here. And it's only once a month that you have to be here for the draw. So is it really that difficult? Is it really that difficult? Because we have important information to share. And now what causes some of the issues is people come back and then they don't know what's going on. Some people don't know that you need to do 10,000 steps, for example, to be able to get a goal. And we've been saying that over and over and over again. And this just takes up more time of the resources of the office when somebody should know what's going on that's actually done that. So we got all the agreed.
We understand.
Yeah.
Yes. So we understand also that some people are working at that time. It happened, and you remember we are broadcasting at the same time. So it's morning for some, it's the nighttime for others. So we understand that some of the members are working during the webinar. So no worries. We have just to send someone to represent them. Could be the upline, could be someone of a downline. So we are not, we cannot be too strict on that. But as long you are represented or you are present by yourself, it works. I think it's fair.
Fantastic. Well, should we take it over to Gonzalo and then we open up the floor for general questions if there's time? It'll be good. On the new topics.
After our spin, right?
Yeah,
so let's spin.
Gonzalo,
we're gonna.
Yes, Gonzalo, you have to remember the rules a little bit. We have 5 winners.
Right.
The first is a top winner. The first will be the top winner of the month. And remember, if you are 3 times the top winner of the month, you can win 1,000 USDT. So this is the rule. So, and we have some members who are in the position to be winning these 1,000 USDT because they already won. They already been 2 top winners of the month.
Exactly. And furthermore, these are all the names that are in alphabetical order. And before we spin, I'm going to shuffle 3 times. There's 1 time so that we have a nice random look to all the names. 1 more time, and then a 3rd time. Okay. And then we're ready to spin. So are we ready for everybody's ready for the first spin of the day? And let's go and see what happens. And the first winner, we can almost predict who it's going to be. Reynold Morgan. Okay, so
let's see. Reynold is here. Is Reynold here? Just
I can't see it on my screen, so if you guys can look, but That'd be fantastic, just to see if they're here.
If you are there, just type on the chat that you hear, or someone representing you. But so you are the top winner. Reynolds is the top winner of the month.
Top winner of this month. Okay, so we're going to spin 4 more times. In the meantime, I'm going to remove Reynolds from the wheel. And now we're down to 82 names. And okay. Noel Carandut.
Noel Carandut. Congratulations, Noel. Are you there?
Congratulations, everybody, so far. Okay, that's 2 down, 3 to go. I'm going to remove Noel from the wheel, and we're going to spin the 3rd time. Okay, it's settling to. Did I just it went over?
Khadija
Al-Safra. All right. Okay, I'm going to remove Khadija. I don't know if they're online, if they're there or not. Just raise your hand in the digital hand on the screen so we can just see if you're there or not. Going to remove Khadija. Okay. The 4th spin of the night, or the day, depending where you are in the world. Ooh. Reggie.
Craigie Govender. Congratulations, Craigie.
Craigie.
Is anyone are you there, or someone
we got
representing you there? Just yeah.
So let's do the last spin and then we go for it.
And last but not least, here we go. Oh, Ronald Gill.
Oh,
Ronald Gill.
So close for Roger. Roger's in my team. Oh, Roger. So close.
He just missed it by a click.
Oh, man, I think it's happened to him 2 or 3 times. His odds are getting better and better. Oh, shame. Okay.
Okay, so I just removed Ronald. That's why it's showing on Roger now. But these are the results of the night.
Okay.
Top winner was Ronald.
Good. Congratulations to all.
Zuhair
raised his hand. Maybe he's representing someone who won. Hi, Zuhair, can you unmute?
Yeah, good evening. Yeah, that is my wife.
Oh, when it's not you, it's your wife, right? Yeah, this month is your wife. Last month, the month before, you were part of the winners.
Yeah,
right?
the first month I was the winner.
Wow, it becomes a monthly income for your family.
So
congratulations!
I'll just pass the news to her.
Okay, congratulations again.
Thank you.
All right,
great.
Should we?
Rory, I saw on the chat room a question about the deck. If we can, send the deck to the members who are interested to look into, or to distribute it, or to share with someone. So
yep.
I think this is obviously possible, right?
Yes, I'll get that out. I saw it was Alan, so I'll get it to him. I'm wondering if we should maybe put it on the. I don't know if we should just give it to the accountability partners, or should we make it a bit wider, Philippe? Should we put it anybody that wants it? So because once we put it into the group community announcements, the documents stay there, so people can always go and get them. So, which is not a bad thing if they're meeting up with somebody. Should we just get comments from everybody below? Wider distribution? Okay, cool. We got the answer there. We'll do a wider distribution and get that through. Should we take a couple of questions? I know we're on the hour. We try and keep it strictly to 1 hour, Philippe, but maybe Let's try. Whoever can put up their hand, let's answer 5 questions because we had 5 winners tonight. So 5 questions. Anybody got a question or want to say something, maybe an experience or personal testimonial of how it's working for them? Are you enjoying it? Things like that. Is there anybody that wants to put up their hand? We've got 5 minutes or 5 questions, should I say? Okay, we've got Alan there.
Alan.
All right. Alan, please unmute. Where did Alan go? Or did I do something wrong?
You might have. Alan disappeared.
Where did Alan go? I thought I just hit the unmute. Ask to unmute. Oh, okay. Well, sorry, Alan.
So, Komalan. We're going to go back to Alan later.
Yeah.
Komalan. Hi, Komalan. Good night.
Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, we do.
My one question is, you buy, 2 vouchers and you get 1 free. What happens now? They credit your account with the vouchers. Can't you take those vouchers? You take 1 for yourself and give the other 2 to family members or someone that's in need. Is it possible?
Yes. No, those vouchers are
they're yours.
Yeah, it's a voucher is like cash. Okay. So if you buy 2, get 1 free, it's not just restricted for you. You can use all 3 yourself. Let's say it's a monthly voucher, then you can use it for May, June, July. Or you could say this one for my wife, this one for my friend. Those vouchers are independent. It's not locked to your profile. Think of it like a cash voucher where you're going into a shopping mall and you're buying, it's valid for anybody to use.
Okay, no, that's fine. But they say it's credit to your account. So can I
So the vouchers get credited to the back of your account so that you can see what the voucher numbers are, so that you can hand it out. So you copy those vouchers and then you send it to whoever you want to assist, or you might be sitting next to them, log them in, and then copy and paste the voucher and activate them there and then if it's a friendship.
That's great, because I want to bless, a family member with it, or bless my daughter or my wife with something like that, because I bought 2 and got 1 free. That's what I want to talk about.
So this is why the company is making such a great offer to everybody, because it will help you get to the multipliers. And if you're doing the basic walking, you're actually going to earn so much more value, which you can buy more vouchers with. Does that make sense? So
no, it's quite beneficial, and it's quite impressive. Thank you, guys.
Rewarding those people that are committed to build the project and do very well. So thank you, Kamalan, for asking that question, so we can clarify it for everybody here as well. So great point.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kamalan. Willie Vanek asked if we're going to publish the compensation plan on the website. Gonzalo?
Are we going to what? Sorry, ask that question again. Sorry.
To publish the compensation plan, the new compensation plan on the website.
Oh, sure, yes, we will. It's a work in progress right now. We're doing all the back end and all the logistics behind the compensation plan, but all that will be there very soon. But in the meantime, you have a very good presentation that was done here by Rory. It's not going to get much better than that. He's done a very good job on trying to explain what the compensation plan. The good thing, it's going to be much easier conceptually than the last one that we had. So you'll be able to, but it will be on the website at some point this month.
Okay, great. Vivo, please unmute yourself.
Good evening. Yes.
Good evening.
Oh, fantastic. And I'm really hooked on this platform now, and I'm hooked to walking every day. Now, I've tried to introduce a couple of people to StepChain, and they don't like the idea of using Google Fit. They want to use their own smartwatches or other devices. Is that a possibility? Have you got plans, or is it possible to connect StepChain to other smartwatches?
So can I pick up on this one, if I don't mind, Philippe, and maybe Gonzalo can add to it. So the system draws the data from the phone. So if they've got a smart watch, all they need to do is connect their watch to the phone to send the steps. and access the app. So the way around that is, let's say they've got a Garmin, for example, and they're using the Garmin. They activate the Garmin app and then just make sure that the Garmin is updating their Google Fit or their Apple Health, and the steps will then get pulled from the platform there. Does that make sense? Where you
I
have a challenge is some people have bought very inexpensive walking meters that don't connect with anything basically, and it runs on its own software and doesn't interact with any phones. So as long as the watch engages and uploads the data into the phone, it should pull it, but you have to allow permissions for that to happen, just in the same way you allow the app to send information to your Google Fit or your Apple phone. If they're unsure, then they can just open up a ticket for a specific watch and see if technical can get back. But I would really just suggest that do a little bit of research before you buy a walking watch. I mean, I use my watch all the time. It's amazing. Like, as I said, I went up and got a cup of coffee and I came back and I recorded my steps. So a good investment for your health is something that's going to measure your health. So just a consideration.
Right. Okay. Thank you for that. The reason that I'm raising it, by the way, they object to using Google to be tracked by Google, which is
But
that is their
do they have an
objective.
Android? Do they have an Android phone? Because
Yeah, they do have an Android, yes, but
so,
they don't want to use Google devices on their phone. Any Google apps.
well, this is sort of out of my technical frame, unless
Yeah.
there's another way we can look into it in the future. But there's a lot of the Chinese phones that don't connect well with Google. I don't know, Felipe, what's your thoughts on it?
Well, I mean, it's a very unique
Situation.
question because we never
Yeah.
had anyone who refused to use Google Fit. If you use Android, I mean, you're on the Google ecosystem anyway. So not willing to have Google tracking your step. Well, I mean, it's a choice that I respect, but I mean, once you are using an Android phone, you are anyway on the Google ecosystem. So I think it's pretty unique and and I respect but I don't think we can do much because we're relying on these two pedometers. Actually, it's just a pedometer. The phone, like any other native app of Android and Apple, it's something that is built in your phone. If you don't activate what is in your phone, it's your decision. But I don't know how we can circumvent that. And by the way, if you don't trust Google, why would you trust Garmin? I mean,
Very good question. Yes, that is a good question indeed. Like I said, I'll leave it up to them anyway. They're two very good prospects because they know a lot of people. Hence the
yeah.
reason I wanted to bring them on board, but because of that reason. But thank you very much for your explanation anyway. I'll get back to them and see what they have to say.
And it's so
Thank
awesome
you.
that
Thank you.
you're enjoying the app. You said you're hooked on
Oh
the app.
yeah, for
I mean,
me, I'm loving it.
yeah.
I'm loving it. I'm loving the walk, and it gets me out every day. I'm doing my 10,000 every day, so fantastic. Like you said, it gets me to the mood. The framework of getting out there, sampling nature, and it's wonderful for your mental, health, if you like.
And
It's
what
wonderful.
Thank you.
So well done, guys.
but
Well done.
and
Thank you.
are we going to take one more question? But this is what's exciting me, because when you start doing it and you are getting out and you're doing the exercise, you're getting rewarded for it. So it's actually not costing you, it's rewarding you, and you can set goals
Exactly.
in the marketplace. And it's like you want to share that experience, and
Exactly.
it's really awesome. It's really awesome. And nice to walk with
Absolutely.
friends as well. Go and have a conversation. Walk and meet at a coffee shop or something. We got someone
Absolutely.
we got one of the prize winners here. I think it was Charles. No, was he not a prize winner?
Charles, yes. Well, last question because it's already 10, 9 past the hour. So, Charles, you're the last one. Good evening.
Good evening, everyone. A fantastic presentation. Rory, finally we got our deck. So really looking forward to it. Rory, just to maybe with the team, just clear the understanding. Now that we've changed the compensation framework, remember we had this MLM set up, 3x3, and it was sort of going down the lines. Some guys went to 6 level deep, stuff like that. Now a lot of people sort of backed out for the time being, but now we want to bring them back. Now that the entire compensation is basically a 2-level plan, and they can maximize their earnings with the 25% and the 15% on the 5 people or more. So question is, how do we bring those people back? I mean, can we sign them up basically again, start their accounts up? Because now they sort of understood how easy it becomes, because previously the 3x3 became a little bit awkward for some of the players in the game. So the question is, how do we, we've got some positive feedback from them now that they'd like to come back, because we've been showing them the draft plans, but now we really got a deck of cards, and if we can present this to them, we can bring them back into the
Well, they're already in the system, Charles, so they just have to activate. They really just have
but who do they activate to? I mean, obviously there's only one upline or 2 uplines basically in this compensation plan.
No, so whoever introduced them would have had a referral link. Whichever referral link that they originally signed up, when they join, they will so there's no more forced matrix or compression plans. So if they were in your structure, Charles, and they were further down, or let's say you gave somebody else's link, but if they're all your people, then they would all be direct with you. Do you understand? Whoever you introduce direct would be your directs. There's no matrices anymore, anything like that.
Yeah, what I'm saying, if it was somebody else's direct and the other direct is no longer there, but I've got their sort of downliners.
Then I would recommend maybe they sign up again, or but they'll need a separate email address. But if their downline's not there, it stops at that point. Do you know what I mean? It's a dead leg.
Yeah.
So if that person is no longer interested, I would be, my opinion, because we've changed the compensation plan, Philippe, I would rather have that person getting help from somebody that's going to help them and, be under that person than not having some support. Does that make sense, Charles? But you've got to make sure you're not offending somebody else. You know what I mean? Because that person's going to come back and say, because just think about it, that person that's not there anymore, that comes back in 6 months says, hey, what happened to my person? Why are they under this one? You should be able to answer those questions.
Yeah, well, exactly. I just want to get some clarity on that.
Yeah. So if you want to bring them back and they've got no support and they're out of it, that's between you and your team or your group or your family to decide how that's going to work if they went on your direct. But we're not going to get involved in any disputes about that, if you know what I mean. If they left and they come back under you, great. Well, that other person didn't look after them.
No, the key was communication with them to let them know this is where we are. If you're still keen, you can be in. If you're not keen, we're going ahead with the balance.
Correct. So but again, we're not going to come into dispute and, fight the fight. That's not what the company's going to do. That's between you and your team to sort out. We don't want to have issue later. We have changed the compensation plan. We've communicated it. If people have exited out of it and they come back a year later, well, I'm sorry, you weren't there for that person for the last year or 6 months. You know what I mean? Why have you not?
100%. Yeah. Okay, I'm happy with the answer. But thank you very much. Looking forward to the May month, and all the best with the rest of the team.
And you thumbs up on the new compensation plan and everything. And Charles, it's looking good. Come on, you've got to admit.
Absolutely. I mean, worked hard in the back doors. Yeah. So really appreciate the entire team, Gonzalez, Mr. Bednarek, everybody really pulled all the stops. So Rory, thank you so much for keeping us together. Appreciate it.
Well, appreciate it.
Thank you, Charles.
You guys have a super evening. Thank you so much. Thank you, Philippe. Thank you, everybody. Have a fantastic
See you next week.
We'll see you next week. Take care.